and welcome back to part 23 of Dragonstar VARNIR, where today we are finally finishing off the third star temple, completing Charlotte's wish to get us all trained, ready to be the next Dragonstar. It looks like it's finally time. Is that? Shh, quiet. I'm surprised this cutscene wasn't voiced, because it's kind of significant. Food, give me. Whoa, it's here! It looks so scary! Sorry, I didn't bring you food today. The guardian dragon is real true to its name. It's way more intimidating than any of the other dragons. Does it recognize you, Charlotta? It thinks that you brought it food. It's not attacking us right away, it's studying us. It seems incredibly intelligent. Oh, and you're about to find out why I think this cutscene should have been voiced. What's the matter, Lapinette? Do you sense something? She's with a human male? Wait, don't tell me this girl is... What? No, you can't kill him! She's not acting like herself at all. Hey, Lapinette, are you okay? Yes. Are you feeling alright? This dragon can attack us at any time. I'm sorry, but we really need to defeat it before we can rest. You can't do that. Lapinette? Huh? Lapinette, what is it? What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm sorry for what I'm about to tell you, Zephy. I'm sure you would rather not know this. This dragon, it's your mother, Zephy. What? What? Oh no. Huh? Can this dragon be... Mother? Mother, is that really you? Can't you tell who I am? It's me, Mother. Mother, it's me, Zephy. I'm your son. Silence. Let me eat. Let me eat. VARNIR. Damn it. This dragon may be smart, but it clearly has no memories of its past. So she failed at becoming the Dragonstar, and has been here this whole time. Charlotta's been taking care of her at the Star Temple. Am I going to have to kill her? Are you alright, Zephy? Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, Charlotta. Just to be clear, I had no idea that it was your mother. No, that's not it. I know it's impossible, but I need to hear her say it before I make any decisions. Is there really no way to turn her back? I'm sorry. I see. Okay, I don't think I have any other choice but to defeat her here and now. Zephy! Zephy, I need to tell you something. What is it? When she was a witch, she really was happy. She was able to live with the one she loved and give birth to a beloved child, you. In her final moments before turning into this dragon, you were the last thing on her mind, Zephy. She just wanted you to be okay. Hey, Zephy. You can finally let your mother rest in peace. She deserves that much. I think you need to be the one to do this. Minessa. I'm sure this was fate in some strange way. You can finally show her that you were able to take care of yourself. That you're okay. We'll be here to help you too. I'm helping too, although I can't give you a way to change her back. I can at least help you give her the peace she deserves. Me too! Everyone. No amount of grieving will bring my parents back to me. I know that much. At the very least, I can be the one to put an end to her misery, to relieve her soul from the curse of the witch with my own hands. Whoa. Now who to devour first? Mother. Zephy! I'm on it! Everyone, lend me your strength, let's go! The dragon that was once Zephy's mother, Sophie Tyr, is standing in front of us. It is a 3-phased boss, so you need 3 pieces to take the whole thing down. And yeah, that was kind of a ooh. Like, I worked out the twist that Zephy's mother was a witch and that she'd become the dragon that killed her father, but when I first played it, wasn't expecting to bump into it though. This was actually kind of a cool twist, and I was like, whoa, holy shit, when I first got to it. It is actually a pretty cool twist, and I wanted to leave this fight to its own part to be able to discuss it. Both of its body part skills you want to deal with straight away, because weakening defense you don't want to deal with, because who wants to have their defense lowered? And its ability to heal itself with great healing, it is a great healing. It's not something small, it will heal most of its health. So you need to get rid of that sooner rather than later. Although this boss is weak to wind, physical attacks is going to be the name of the game here, if you want to maximize your damage. He also has Dragon Shake, which is kind of a worrying skill to have at this stage in the game, but it's not too bad. As you see me just topping the party up, because I'm very cautious. At this point, I'd yet to encounter a Berserk form, which, to be fair, I need to actually correct myself on. On a previous part, I said once you're past the time limit, you can physically never get Berserk form. I have now. So the reason why I said it is because I never had, so I just assumed you couldn't. You absolutely can, it just no longer affects your madness scale, because once again, you're locked in the ending once you're on the other side of the interlude, so it doesn't matter. So I will get to show off a Berserk form before the end of this Let's Play, which I'm glad about, because the fact that I didn't get it, I was like, uh-oh, am I going to have to like go into the game again and like grind out until I get it? But no, I do actually get a Berserk form on footage, because I did get a Berserk form in the Forest of Death, but as I mentioned before, the game crashed immediately afterwards, so I lost the footage. The biggest mistake you can make with this fight is keeping people in the same row, because this guy hits hard, well girl I should be if I'm honest. It hits hard, but only single targets. If you can make it only single target, if you just keep people out of rows. At this point you see me kind of debate myself, because I should probably have gone with Tornado to hit all 3 layers. But at the same time I was like, the raw physical damage here would probably be wiser anyway. And because I want to keep everyone on different rows, I try and specify using magic for a while, which goes against the strategy I just recommended. But it's just because I'm trying to avoid row stack-ups. But it is greater healing. You see it healed 0 because I haven't actually touched its main bar. But it would have done, and it would have healed it by a lot. But once you get rid of great healing, you're free to kind of let loose a little bit more. Obviously you want to deal with the middle body part as well to get rid of weakening defense. Oh, here's me trying out Tornado. And doing a healthy amount of damage, getting rid of greater healing and Dragon Shake. So its more dangerous attack and its ability to heal is now removed. Which makes me relax a little bit more in targeting the middle. And even though that physical attack didn't do as much, it's just because I'm not using the right buffs. There are some buffs that you can start getting at this point that will really allow physical attacks to shine through the way they're supposed to. Your physical damage kind of mocks your magic damage by late game if you use it right. If you're not that fussed, you can still get through it with just your magic skills, but you're going to really notice going into the last couple dungeons of the game and going into post game that enemies' health bars aren't moving very quickly with magic alone. Like some fights are taking far longer if you're just spamming magic and trying to buff your magic attacks. So you can still get stuff done and win, but you're not making progress quickly.
I'll use this.
So I decided to use the item to top up. The only reason I use the items to top up is admittedly just so I can spare slots in the magic skills for other stuff, because I've only got Manessa on healing. But if you haven't got these kind of items, because you haven't got like the free DLC pickups and whatnot, try and have 2 have healing, just as so one be primary and the other just in case something goes wrong. In the same vein, have 2 people have relief if you can help it, but don't have the same 2 people who are healing be the same 2 that have relief. Have, like, say, using my team composition, I had Manessa and Charlotta have healing, I'd then have Zephy and Manessa have relief to revive people. Just because the more you mix it up and more you misplace it around sort of thing, the harder it becomes for you to get put into a corner. Because if 2 people get taken out, you could completely lose your ability to both heal and revive in one fell swoop. Whilst if it's 2 people but you've got it remixed around, you might lose your ability to heal, but you might still have your ability to revive. Meaning you can still pick someone up to then heal. You can see me tempting to use an Unbreakable, because it does boost the defense slightly more than the party-wide defense boost, making it advisable. But at the same time, I'm like, do I really need it? So I end up just pushing away from it. It's also got Silent Sleep, which surprised me that a boss would have a status conditioning move like Sleep just to throw at you like that. So I would have thought they would have moved away from it by now, but no, it has it. And so now all the pieces are weakened, we can focus on Sophie as a whole. But I love the plot surrounding this boss fight. I found it baffling. I know this game, I know I always bring it up, but this game's budget wasn't great. But of all the cutscenes to choose to make voiced, that should have been one of them because of how significant it was to Zephy. Same as the cutscene after this boss fight equally should have been voiced.
Prepare yourself.
And it's a shame it wasn't, because it's such a significant moment. Like, this is the ultimate decisive point of Zephy's development, of like his hatred of witches becoming a love for them, and then having to deal directly with the reason his grudge came in the first place. He's like finally letting go of his grudge against witches by destroying the dragon responsible. It's just got the extra tragedy on top of it of the dragon responsible is his mother.
Dragon inside me. Release.
Also, yeah, I skip the dragon transformation animation more often than not. Like, I wait for the animation to go on long enough for me to know if they're going berserk or normal. If the glow's purple, they're fine. If it's red, it's berserk. And like, that's about it.
Let's go.
Like, that's pretty much as far as I wait. Just because the animation to start is so long every time. It's like, no, I'm not gonna watch it every time. For very specific, important fights a little later on, I'll be leaving them in. Like, say, like, I know I'm not going to spoil what it is, but when I get to the final boss, any dragon transformations that happen in the final boss, I'm not going to be skipping the animations for, because I want it to be the entirety of the fight. I don't want to miss out on anything or any sense. At this point, we're getting close enough that I start checking for what stones I can throw on it to boost extra pieces. And unfortunately, I don't have any experience boosting ones, so I just throw on some factor points, because you can never turn them down. Factor points are the bigger thing that will end up harming your grinding, so if you can get rid of that sooner, you gotta get rid of it being a problem sooner, go for it. I was more gutted that at this point I still hadn't got Water Eater for Manessa. Like, I got Fire Eater for Charlotta, I got Light Eater for Zephy, and I'd never got Water Eater for Manessa. And as a heads up, I never get it. When the time limit stops, I manually go back through every single environment we've been to try and clean up any dragon I've missed. And when I get to the other side of it, I still didn't have Water Eater. I was missing a dragon that was in the first Star Temple. And it was a rare encounter, so when I went back through it, I just didn't bump into it, and so I missed it. And the reason why I know where it is because I do eventually go back and get it, but beyond the point of it mattering, because I've already recorded the whole game. I recorded the entire game. Recorded all the post game, and it was when I was just recording some extra little bits of footage that would obviously go into like the bonus parts and whatnot. I happened to bump into the dragon. Manessa was like, oh, Manessa hasn't got it, so I thought, okay, I'll quickly nab it then just to get a bit closer to completion. And it gave Manessa Water Eater, and I was like, god damn it. Like, well after it stopped mattering. Because originally what I was going to do is grind out all the dragons with the B team, get Karikaro, Lapinette and Feria grinded out as well, so I can show them at their best. But to be honest, that was a lot of time and effort for like 30 seconds extra of footage. So I was going to literally just show them off in fights, show off their dragon form, show off their ultimate, and move on to the next one. Since I hadn't got to use them in conflict, because, well, the time limit kind of makes you lock into the team you've got, because otherwise you're wasting too much time. Which, as I've said before, like, as much as it's a gripe I have, you've seen how much time we still have on the time limit. If you really want to, there's nothing stopping you. I just don't really like time limits in these kind of games. I'm not a big fan of time limits in general, but in this sort of genre, in these kind of games as well, I really don't like them. And it's like the only real gripe I have with this game. And I know I say, like, I talk about the criticisms and problems I have with this game a lot, but that's not coming because of any place of negativity. That's coming because I love this game. If you've been with this channel long enough, I'm a firm believer if you criticize the things you love, because you always want to see them get better. If you refuse and adamantly ignore any constructive criticism and try and pretend it's the best thing ever, don't be surprised when it never grows, because it never knows what was wrong. And so I'll always be like, I love this game, it's one of my top 5 favourite games, it's like my second favourite game this generation. But it does have things that I'm not 100% on board with, like the time limit, like the fact that the madness scale, if you get the berserk form, it's out of your hands. Things like that. My biggest issue is that I always, unfortunately, just let it off with the fact that it just didn't have enough budget. I know I bring it up all the time, but I wish this game had more budget, because there's so many scenes that I would have loved to have seen more fleshed out that you just get text boxes for instead. And the next cutscene coming up is actually a perfect example of what I mean, of where it's too many text boxes and you don't actually get to see anything, you're just told about it because they didn't have the budget to show you it. It's over. Zephy? You okay? Yeah, no, I'm okay. You don't need to act tough right now. I appreciate the sentiment, but we were able to relieve my mother from the curse. She's with my father now. I don't have any regrets. Zephy, this dragon of the 3 temples had the most intelligent and was the closest to becoming the Dragon Star. I'm sorry, but we can't waste this meat. Charlotta, come on, we can't ask him to. Kankaro, it's fine. This is just another dragon that couldn't become the Dragon Star. If we don't eat it, there was no point in doing what we just did. Zephy, let's eat. Come on, everyone. Zephy, cut it out. You're not fooling anyone with that face. Huh? I didn't even realise I started crying. How long has it been since I did this in front of anyone? We'll eat the meat so Charlotta stops whining, but I don't want you to touch it. As much as I do not appreciate your comments, that's fine. Zephy isn't Dragon Star material anyway. Sorry, everyone. Why don't we look around? Maybe there's something that we can help us around us. Yes, let's do that. Compared to the other temples, I don't think there's much of anything here. Let's look anyway. Yeah. I don't think I can see anything worth noting, but I feel like I'm starting to calm down. There wasn't anything after all, huh? There's no point in sticking around any longer. Let's just eat the dragon meat and move on. Zephy, you don't have to watch. Manessa, what should I do? Feria, you don't have to eat it either. You aren't going to become the Dragon Star just because you're coming with us, so don't worry. There's a chance none of you will become the Dragon Star. It's better that Feria eats just in case that happens. Right, okay, I'm fine. Charlotta, is there really no other way? Do we really have to eat all of these dragons to do this? Oh, you have such a simple mind. Maybe mine is too soft since I'm actually considering telling you an answer to that. Wait, what does that mean? It means there is a way, just one. Really? Yes. So, what is it? And why didn't you tell us sooner? I can explain it later, but first, we need to say goodbye to Zephy's mother. You're right, we should bury her. I don't know if we're able to carry her outside and make a proper grave, but we could pray for her at the very least. Yeah, that would be plenty. Thank you. Let us pray for Zephy's mother, so that her soul will reach the heavens safely. Yes. Mother, I pray that your soul will find peace after all these years. I will see you again someday, I'm sure. I love you. I think we're good now. You better be, because someone just showed up. You're right, who's there? I know whose voice that is. Just shut up and come out, or are you too scared to be seen? You silly little witch, you dare taunt me? Fine, if that's what you want, I'll come out. It's been a while, you bastards! Yeah, it's been a while, Durandal. It was you. Where are your men? Did you come alone? I would appreciate it if you didn't ask me about them. Ugh, what a turn off. I don't sense anyone else. I don't think he has men nearby. What do you want? I'll ask a direct question, but I expect a direct answer in return. Where's Ruby Eye? Huh? Ruby Eye? The leader of the Ravens? Yeah, the Witch of Hellfire, Bendica, right? We don't know. Why don't you tell us where your little comrade is? Don't play dumb with me, witch! She's one of you, isn't she? You, the red-haired witch! I even saw you in a cave with Ruby Eye. Charlotta? What's going on? It's true that we spoke. We had business to discuss. Nothing more than that. Is that so? What business was that? To con the ravens into fighting the knights and hoping we'd wipe each other out? No, that woman is my enemy. Shut up! Stop toying with me and tell me where she is. She's made a fool out of me, and she will not be getting away with it. I think we have a misunderstanding. We really have no idea where Ruby Eye is. Oh, save it. You think I'm gonna fall for that? You can try and be the tough guy, but our answer isn't going to change. Sorry, you'll have to look somewhere else for her. You watch your mouth, you worm! I'll teach you to speak to me that way! It never gets any easier, that voice. And now a sword fight kicks off that you don't get to see because they don't have the budget for it. Ugh. And you don't get to actually have a boss fight with Durandal. Ah! You might do on the madness path, I haven't done it yet. But not now. You! Zephy! I'm alright, stay back.
Huh? What part of you is alright, huh? You tell me, you brat! After I kill all of you, I'll be sure to give Ruby a real carnival of death, and then... What?
What the? Zephy, watch out!
Ah! Damn it! I can't go out like this!
For he was burnt to a crisp. I wonder who by. Who was that? Became ashes in an instant. What was that? And there goes Jundal. Like, come on. Can't believe it. That was your mighty Jundal's final moments. And the end of me having to do his voice. Yeah! I'm just glad I was able to take care of him before it became a problem. Bendika? Was that your doing? Charlotta, what are you doing here? I thought you all would have had a falling out by now. Don't worry, I told him just about everything, even my relationship to you, Bendika, the Witch of Hellfire. Is that so? Well, I guess I won't need to give any long explanations then. She's the Witch of Hellfire, the leader of the Ravens. Why did she kill Durandal? Hey, why are you looking at me like that? If there's something you want to say, say it. The last thing that'll affect your madness scale. Say, why did you save me? Why did you save me? I thought that you hated witches. It all becomes clear now. You don't know a thing. What are you talking about? Why don't you try using that brain of yours? I'm a witch. I killed Durandal, who was trying to kill you. What is she going on about? Durandal was your subordinate, right? Why did you have to kill him? Whatever do you mean? I was done with him, that's why. Not only did he question me, but he tried to turn my other men against me. I had no choice but to leave the Ravens. Still, there was something I had to do. Oh, and what was that? Heh, why would I tell you? If you really want to know, you'll have to force it out of me. That is, if you can. I can feel her bloodlust. I guess I won't be able to avoid a battle with her. But she has the power to reduce a person to ashes in an instant. Do I even stand a chance against the Witch of Hellfire? Just kidding, down boy. Don't look so angry. I don't plan on fighting you, at least not today. I'm sure you'll have your hands full with Corberia in a moment anyway. Corberia? That's right. I'm sure a battle against her won't go very well for you. Have you considered making a run for it while you still can? What? Why would you ask us that? Don't be so stupid. There's no way a human could ever kill a witch. Alright. See ya. She's gone. I was so scared. She's way scarier than I imagined she would be. What do we do? Should we just let her go? If the Knights of Requiem are coming, we don't have time to hang around. We should get out of here already. Do you think she was helping us? Oh, there's no way. I can tell you with absolute certainty she has no intentions of becoming our ally. I'm sure she's plotting something. Says the one who loves to keep secrets. Karikaro, if you have the time to run your mouth instead of keeping your guard up, you better have a damn good reason for it, you hear me? Alright, I get it. Well, let's head to the den. Charlotta, you're going to tell us when we get back, right? What you didn't finish telling us before. Yeah. Are all you really ready to become the Dragonstar? Yes. Karikaro. Of course. I am bracing myself. Hey, why are you saying this? I'm sorry, but it's still hard to believe. And the only one way of doing this without eating a dragon, you need to prepare for it, really. You need to make absolutely sure you're up for it. Once you are, I can tell you. We're going back to the den for now, right? Let's hurry up before the commander gets here. Right. I have to make absolutely sure to become the Dragonstar. Interlude. To the star's womb. If you've gotten to this point, every single dungeon with the time limit is now behind you. So celebrate that, because you've beaten the time limit. Are you ready? As ready as we're gonna be. We're going to need to head deeper into the Sanctuary Cave. I know we're going to have a few tough battles ahead, so be prepared for anything. So this is the center of the star? Yes, I see. After reading Mother's diary and hearing Charlotta's stories, I understand the world is in the hands of the Dragonstar, but it feels like it really hasn't sunk in. Anyway, Charlotta, are you okay? What are you talking about? Isn't your body tired? You seem to be struggling a lot on our way back from the Star Temple. Even now, you're not looking too well. Don't push yourself. Why don't you leave the rest of this to us? This fatigue is nothing. Besides, without me, you would all be lost. Well, I mean, any one of you would keep fighting even if you weren't feeling so hot, right? It's nice that you all care so much, but I'm fine. Alright, I understand. If you say so, Charlotta, but if it feels like it gets too hard, don't hesitate to ask for help, okay? Sure, but from my point of view, I'm really the one who should be worried about all of you. What are you talking about? I'm wondering if you've made your decisions. I don't blame Ferry, but Vanessa and the others seem so down. If I could only take their place, but I wonder if I'm just thinking this because I know I don't have the potential to be the Dragon Star. Whatever, if you guys are ready, let's head out before we change our minds. Are you all leaving? Please be careful. Hey Zephy, if you forget my souvenir, I won't let you back in the house, okay? Come back safe. Next time on Dragon Star VARNIR, we'll find out exactly what Charlotta's talking about. Until then, take care.